we're looking at a broad range of changes. So all across the board, I mean, there's so many areas that we can look at. So with this report, it's obviously identified the very important areas such as occupational health and safety, shop trading hours, and certainly also the tourism industry. We're looking at how our regulations really impact on that tourism industry. We're also looking at how government does business itself and how we go about making our regulations. So we've implemented a process, the RIS process, which will enable us to actually make sure that we're not adding to more regulation, but we're actually just only creating new regulation or legislation if needed. So we're really looking at that impact on the business before we actually make that regulation. So this is really important because we just don't want to create more red tape all whilst we're getting rid of it. It's very achievable, and we're very serious about our 20% reduction target. I mean, it is a big target. We've set a lot of structure around the way, and that's why this report is very important, because it's actually given us as a government a very clear structure on how we will do that. So we're asking departments and Director Generals of these departments to be held account to that target. So all of the departments are very keen and working towards that target. We've set that for over 6 years, and as we all know, I mean, red tape is one of the biggest things that strangle businesses, and any businesses that I talk to on a day-to-day basis keep telling me that the impact of those regulatory burdens, whether it be the time or, all the multitude of forms that they're required under regulation to fill out, if we can save them that time, I mean, it's saving businesses a lot of money. Oh, look, there's certainly areas, and we've already touching on some of them and already working towards some of them, such as the liquor and gaming laws. But certainly occupational health and safety is a very important area, and the harmonisation of laws across the states as well is also very important. With occupational health and safety, whenever I talk to any business, it's one of the first issues that they talk about, because the cost and the employment cost to them when an incident happens is just so great. But then the regulations around that and how they have to work through safety within their business is just so onerous. So that's a really important area that I know we've already started the process, and I'm really looking forward to the outcome. I mean, the process that we have set up is we're looking at, so every year we should be able to do at least 3 to 4 really wholesome reviews around certain big topics. So whether it's, for example, I note that the report has talked about the pharmacy industry and also the taxi industry and how they're regulated. So I've been working really closely with CCIQ, and it's wonderful that they've just released a report all around reducing the burden of red tape on businesses. They've identified about 20 different businesses that they did case studies on, and these case studies our government is now looking through and working through the areas that those businesses have been able to say this is where the red tape is for our business, and this is a wonderful report. So I look forward to continuing with working with CCIQ and its members. So across the state, CCIQ have been able to set up meetings, red tape roundtable meetings with their members and myself, where we sit down and practically go through the simple areas where we are that we can best reduce the red tape for their business. So whether it's the duplication of forms or the amount of times and the amount of departments that they need to touch with government. So whilst there's obvious government regulation that binds up these businesses, there's also just the day-to-day processes that CCIQ has been able to point out to us, and we're working with them to try to help their businesses. The Business and Industry Portal is just a wonderful initiative of our government. So what it's allowing businesses to contact us and to have a good conduit between business and government. And so we've already had 1 million hits on our on the industry portal, or the Business and Industry Portal. And also what it is allowing is businesses to come on and have a look at what government can offer for businesses. We're doing everything we can to try to work with all businesses, be it small, medium or large, and stop the amount of times that businesses have to constantly contact government. So whether that's via, phone calls or the amount of emails. So now they have a one-touch point, which is in the business and industry portal. It's a great initiative, and we're really encouraging as many businesses as possible to touch on that portal so they can then continue to work in a much easier way with government, because we're just all about getting out of the way of business, and in turn, which will just help our economy grow. And that's what we're really, really concentrating on.